Are you just like in the trade chat? Yeah, it's a good site. Super useful. Waiting for opponent to relog. I have a 5-minute counter to get back in. How's everyone doing today? Everyone's doing all right? Prices of cards on Hex Meta are kind of wonky too. Should always check Hex price. Yeah, the prices are kind of off on there too, I notice. I don't know why they don't all sync. Alright, he's back. We have a new set before that happened, so I don't really want to think about that. Like, changes in Modern happen pretty rapidly. So reserving. We didn't really see a lot of cards out of his deck, so I'm not really sure like what all he has. I'm inclined to just hit submit. Guess he's got like some cheaper threats, so like one repel might be okay. I'll cut the crow feather. Seems fine. Right now, I prefer literal anything over modern. I don't know. Hex is definitely growing on me very quickly. Like the gameplay, it's interesting and the mechanics are sweet, and it's at worst as good as Magic. I think they're very similar games. The champions give a nice dynamic to Hex. I especially like how they allow you to adjust your mulligan decisions based on you get to your what champion you're playing against affects your mulligan decisions. And like obviously I wasn't able to correctly predict what our opponent was playing. He was playing Rutherford Banks. We know he's playing Diamond something because his champion's ability requires Diamond to activate, and that narrows it down to like one of 3 to 4 decks. They could be playing something kind of random like he is, but like the defined Banks decks in the format are Diamond, Wild Ramp, and Blood Diamond to control. And like that's why I was able to keep the hand I kept last game, even though it wasn't super great. This hand doesn't have any shards in it. It's just like snap off the mulligan. Try again. This hand's very good. Keep it. Stargazer on 1, can't go wrong. Yep, every X5 deck or 5X deck automatically goes on Hex Meta. They don't hide any of the data from the players, which is great. I love it. We get to mine all of the data we want. Alright, so hand needs some resources, but if Stargazer lives, he's going to find us, or she's going to live? Yeah, definitely she. He's going to find us all the resources we could ever want. You want to come sit with your dad? Say hi, Declan. Oh, alright. So he's got a bunch of 2-1s here. It's a good thing we have a Brown Fox Scout. We actually have the Repel in our hand, too. A bunch of 2-1s. Alright. So I was going to loot with Stargazer, but I'm not going to block this turn, but in all honesty, we might end up trading this. If we run off some resources here, like we draw a resource this next turn, I might just trade this next turn so we don't get under too much pressure. That's not great. I think I'm going to loot with this to start, see if we hit like Arcane Focus or something. And that's exactly what we hit. Sweet. So I think I'm going to bin Windsinger we're pretty far off of. I'm going to go ahead and play Time Ripple. Baby Cam. Alright, grab Hoogland Bluegrass, and then we can actually activate our champion ability right away, which is sweet. So next turn, we can gain 2 life with Stargazer and play Repel or Brown Fox Scout. The intro of the game itself, has a good tutorial for it. I have a short tutorial written that kind of talks about the playing this game coming from Magic, like what the differences are for Magic players. You can check out the difference for Magic players here, but actually just like logging into the game itself and like playing through the tutorial gives you a really good solid understanding. Howdy Callan, welcome. Loco in Las Vegas, welcome. Dark Shadow, I appreciate the compliment. So we get to play this out for Diamond. So on his turn, we can gain 2 and repel one of these idiots. So we're going to take 2 effectively. And the following turn, we can gain 2 more possibly. Yeah, our opponent just looks like, I think he's playing just like Diamond cards he owns. He stumbled on resources 2 games in a row. He was on the play this game, so he missed his resource last turn. So I'm inclined to think that he doesn't have a ton of resources in his deck. So we're going to repel one of these guys. Let's kind of stem the bleeding here a little bit. I could trade this, but I don't think we're under nearly enough pressure to make that need to happen. To be fair, it's not specifically a tri-land. It can make any of the 3, but it only makes you 1. 32, you are not wrong. We should have, that's actually really funny. I think we should add a countdown timer to the MTG overlay for days until Modern is free. That would be really funny. So I'm just going to gain 2 with this because I kind of like all the cards in our hand. Martyr might be the only one that's kind of suspect, but I think it's good enough. Soul Marble is going to be annoying at some point here. Can probably loot this away. Yeah, I'm gonna loot now and see what we find. Windsinger. We're getting closer to casting that. Yeah, I'm gonna bin the Martyr for now, and then shuffle these back into the deck. I'm just gonna ship the turn here. We do need to find a wild shard to play Windsinger out, but we've got some time here. Brown Fox Scout's going to ambush one of these guys next turn. So this card, for people that haven't played before, Soul Marble, when he basically just puts resources into it. When it gets to 10, it does some nasty stuff. It can either give all of his guys 2/2 Vigilance and Spell Shield, or it can turn into a 6/6 Vigilant Spell Shield guy. So next turn, we're probably going to Time Ripple this Soul Marble back to his hand just to buy ourselves some time against it. And then hopefully the turn after that, we'll drop Windsinger into play. How's it going, Bamonte? Pride's Fall is not great, so probably looting that away. That's really good. So let's ditch this. So like this is an interesting point. Like, do I give him a chance to get Soul Marble online, or then cast the Oracle Song? Like, casting the Oracle Song gives us a really good chance to be able to play Windsinger next turn. So I think that's worthwhile. We could get punished for this. And we missed, so that's sad. So that really makes me wish I would have played the time ripple out. This idiot gets to trade with his 2-1 at least. And he has to put 3 resources into this, so if he does this, he's also not advancing his board next turn, and then we have counter magic, so hopefully we just hit a wild resource next turn and get to play this Windsinger out. That would be ideal. D-money. Oh, you didn't even finish your bottle, bud. So let's see if he makes a 6/6 or if he gives his guys Spell Shield. Probably gives his guys. Yeah, he made Soul Ornament, so all of his guys now get 2/2 and. So we're just gonna take our licks here. So we can Time Ripple this next turn. So next turn he can attack, we'll block, Time Ripple this, and then Counter Magic it on the way back down. Wild Shard. That's unfortunate. Let me get him his bottle. Here's your bottle. We got some choices here. We could just loot, play Thunderfields here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Really just want to get to casting Windsinger on time. Verdict is not great. Well, I guess Verdict lets us counter this when he replays it, so we got that going for us. Okay. I'm going to bin Thunderfields here for now. And Verdict actually draws a card, so it was prophesized by this Thunderfields here, so we'll get to see 2 more cards. My game hung now? Yep. The last patch has had all sorts of issues. See where we're at. Yeah, we were stuck there. Okay, skip. So if he attacks here, we'll block, and I guess, yeah, I'm going to block first, and then Time Ripple this. And then he's very likely to want to just replay this while I don't have Counter Magic up, and then we'll get him with this Verdict. So these guys will trade. Yes, Verdict, counter this. Draw a card. And then we play Windsinger and the game ends. So grab Wild Shard. Play Windsinger. So we're at 5, but we've got Stargazer out, so we've got plenty of life to play with. We only got one resource, so we're going to untap with this for sure. Or get